Welcome. Today we're diving into a story of fear and survival. In the glowing, neon-lit streets of Hong Kong, where success is measured in skyscrapers and silence hides secrets, one man's fortune turned into a nightmare that would push him far beyond his limits. This is the story of Walter Cao. Walter had it all: cars that cost more than houses, yachts that floated like moving palaces, influence that could open any door. He lived the kind of life most of us only see in movies. But even in a city of millions, shadows move faster than the richest man can run. Because money can buy protection, but it can never buy certainty. And tonight, Walter didn't know it yet, but he was about to disappear. The countdown had already begun. Before we go any further, take a second, hit subscribe, because this isn't just a story, it's a reminder that every heartbeat matters. It began like any other night. Walter walked alone through quiet streets, neon reflections shimmering on wet pavement. The city was alive, but his path felt strangely empty, too quiet tonight. Something feels off. That feeling, that instinct, it was trying to save him. Behind him, something was watching, silent, patient, waiting for the perfect moment. Then, suddenly, a door slams, a rush of movement, a struggle that lasts only seconds. And just like that, Walter Cao vanished. No screams, no witnesses, only silence. Taken by a group that had planned this for weeks, maybe months. They studied his routine, mapped the streets, counted the seconds, every detail planned, every escape route ready. Meanwhile, his family, oblivious. They were living a normal night until the phone rang. A cold voice, short sentences, no emotion. $77 million. That was the demand. Let that number sink in. $77 million. Can you imagine a number so massive that it decides whether someone lives or disappears forever? Subscribe now and stay with us, because from this moment on, the nightmare only gets darker. Walter sat tied to a chair in a dark, cold room. The air was damp. The walls felt like they were closing in. Fear wasn't just present, it was heavy. It pressed against his chest. Every creak of the floor, every distant footstep, every whisper beyond the door, made him flinch. Walter, barely audible, breaking. Please, someone, help me. But no one answered. Outside, his family was breaking apart. They argued, they cried, they asked the same question again and again. Do we pay? Will paying even save him? Because here's the terrifying truth. Money doesn't guarantee mercy. Every second felt like an eternity. Every minute stretched into fear. Think about it. Being trapped, completely powerless. Knowing the world keeps moving. Traffic lights changing. People laughing. Restaurants filling up. While you sit in darkness, wondering if this is your last night alive. If this story has you holding your breath already, hit subscribe. You don't want to miss what comes next. Trust became a luxury Walter could no longer afford. Every sound felt dangerous. Every voice felt like a lie. Sometimes the kidnappers spoke calmly. Sometimes they shouted. That unpredictability, it was intentional. Psychological torture doesn't leave bruises, but it breaks people faster. Walter tried to reason, tried to stay calm, tried to escape, but the shadows were always one step ahead. The police were on the case. Phones rang non-stop. Decisions were made under impossible pressure. And the kidnappers, they thrived on the uncertainty, on the fear, on watching powerful people feel helpless. Walter, voice shaking, exhausted. I can't take this anymore. And that's when it becomes clear. This was no longer just about money. It was a battle of minds, a war of patience, and every single move could mean life or death. If you think you can handle this tension, stay with us. The nightmare isn't over yet. Then, everything changed. Time ran out for the kidnappers. Police stormed the warehouse. Shouts, footsteps, chaos, and then, silence. Walter was free. Walter, broken, barely holding together. I thought it was the end. The nightmare was over. But the scars, they stayed. Fear doesn't disappear when the door opens. For Walter and for his family, every second of uncertainty would live on in memory. Walter Cao survived. But money, power, they could not buy safety. In a world like this, every heartbeat counts. Subscribe now and follow every chilling detail of this story. Real fear, real crime, real light.